Hello, my name is Scuria-Herman, and today we're checking out Marble Cake by Aesop Rock. This time, all the rhymes are highlighted on the thing in the lyrics, which is something that a while ago somebody suggested I react to, and I did some research into it and wasn't really that keen on it, but now, now that it's in front of me, I might as well try, and if it doesn't turn out good, it's never gonna see the light of day anyway. If it turns out serviceable, you're watching it right now. So without further ado, wow, that's a sea of colors.
Born garbage day, warden of the shawarma plate, forking naked eye and trade survival tips with tardigrades, even rubber.
Oh my god.
Marble cake, parkas and pajama pants. I'm part of what don't march in place. I'm partial to the closest.
Oh my god.
Smoking out the local protein, brokering the rabbit punch.
I know he does inline, that I didn't know he did that much. Oh, the question mark doesn't rhyme with anything? Wow, this is such a lazy rapper. The question mark didn't rhyme with something. I'm rereading it because I didn't actually, take in any of this. Born garbage day, warden of the shawarma plate, fork a naked eye, and trade survival tips with tardigrades, which are the microscopic creatures who can literally survive anything, including the vacuum of space, boiling water, freezing temperature, anything. Ephemera burning where the morning looked like a haunted marble cake. Parkas and pajama pants. I'm part of what don't march in place. I'm partial to the closest roving pack of gnashing gums. Smoking out the local protein, brokering the rabbit. This is crazy. This is just crazy. This is crazy. It's insane. I don't know. Wow. Yeah, I got nothing. Yeah, it's just a sea of colors. Okay, let's try to break this down. All right. I'm gonna skip Marble Cake for now because I assume with it being the title, it's gonna come up again, so we can break it down then. But I'm part of what don't march in place, rebellion, anti-conformity, anti-systemic systems, as opposed to non-systemic systems, of course. Essentially saying he's impartial, because he's partial to the closest roving pack of gnashing gums. So, he's very much on his own. And then smoking at a local protein broken arm. This is just crazy. This is crazy.
Appetite for alpha dogs. Step into the party with a killing jar and shadow box. Like who invited acid wash? I'm shopping for the mantelpiece. Overkill is cataloged and crammed into banana leaves.
What? No. Banana doesn't have three. The nan and the nan are two. This is insane.
Polaroids around him like a visit from the bands of black. Miniatures and Biggie shirts in minutes that he can't get back. It isn't just gorillas in a camera trap and triggers. The history pack a little aftermath in every image. Look, I should paint an eye on the front door. I should tell time by the sun more.
I love the
want a
music
flaming
change
arrow
in the
shot
background.
into a creeping raft. I'm kidding, I just want the cheapest shit you people have.
Wow. Let me catch my breath.
It's no thing. No display blazonry, unmistakably mutinous. The mood is disillusionment. Shit, even Cindy Lou who quit. I'm super stupid, future looking tuna fish and suture kid. En route to mute the TV in a view without a boot to lick. Bruise it at the nucleus and drooling.
Oh my god.
Meet the neighbors when your resume is skeleton with ore. That's really cool, your poodle made the paper. Let's keep it a choose in an elevator. He's a hat and coat, floating with no discernible visage. The villains turn to their homies who mostly turn into crickets. I'm part of a larger ghosting. I go to work with the wizards who already voted. Homecoming theme is a burning village. The damn shame campaign pivot when you in the field. spinning, blooded, newly surfacing disorder, spin the wheel. Feeders out to slow the roll. Reaper on a protocol. People you confide in will be spotted eating rodents whole.
Another font change. What? Oh. I was like, huh?
Marshmallows over magma from the mantle has been cancelled. How snappy can you adequately scaffold? Happy canvassing the neighborhoods, I'll never take advantage of his patron. As a patient, they are plays to be a phantom of.
Wow, I really heard the rhyme there. I'll never take advantage of his patron as a patient that plays to be a phantom. That one was really strong. I was like, there's no way that this is actually all their inline rhymes. Marshmallows over magma from the mantle that has been cancelled. I'm hearing it now. As I'm listening more to this, wow. How snappy can you adequately scaffold? Wow. Wow. Man under the bandages, examine until he vanishes. Wow.
Until he vanishes. I don't feel a social pull to show the wolves where grandma lives. I find deliverance from evil, either in a sedentary binge or spring and turning with the cemetery winds. No stacked sash or accolades from authority. The backstory gets all back into a cornery. Abuses in a feeding tube that circle back to eat at you. Bacteria that tip the hat, adversity that glean the cube. It's tit for tat with slippery aristocrats who pity cops and brilliant rats who find the grit to slip out of the Skinner box.
That ties back into pigs.
The moat's supposed to keep the rivals out. The coals are coming from inside the house. I should nail boards to the back door.
Wow.
I should feed squirrels from my hand more. I want to meet the maker in a proper suit and shoes. I'm lying, let him find the body with the loot removed. It's no thing.
And marble cake never reappeared. Wow. Wow. The rhyming blew me away. I could barely understand this. I understood the basis of it. Let me go back through real quick. I remember understanding more of it. I mean, it's again sort of in a similar vein of pigs, but much more subversive of the idea of rebelling against conformity and striving his own path. Sort of like we saw in, what was it? Dang is Invincible from Open Mike Eagle as well. But yeah, I was more focused on the rhymes in this, I'll be honest. Okay, I was wondering, because there was one where it said banana. Let me find banana. There it is. Overkill is cataloged and crammed into banana leaves. So you're telling me that na is the part with tell and in the and get, as opposed to the na that's man, crammed, van, blackback, can't that. I don't know. So, and I saw this comment. I wasn't gonna really mention it, but this does have 10 likes. It's the top comment in this comment section. This is pretty bad, isn't linking actual internal rhymes. It seems to be more or less random what gets highlighted. I'm guessing some dumb AI program went over this once and no professional human oversight to check it. Since Ravenous Catalyst uploaded themselves, it was made by someone else. To be fair, you did a third verse. I don't know which one the third verse is. I assume the third font change. The third font change was the strongest to me. That was this one, I think. This one was the one that I really saw the rhyme scheme. So I guess maybe the earlier ones weren't really that strong. I don't know. I'm not a rhythmic person, so I really took the thing's word for it. I doubted it a little bit, but I don't know. I'm sort of going back and forth on whether or not I believe all the rhymes. I definitely believe it in this part right here. Also, what's interesting, Shorts are mixing this video, and it has a marble cake. That imagery is very cool because I did say I was going to come back to it later. Looking like haunted marble cake. This image of that normal cake as the sky is very like it's very good imagery, and I really like how that's sort of like the third line. That's the setup for the piece. I think some of these are better than others. I think there's a few that are stretches, but like looking at this now, there are like I'm looking at the red right here, like born, war, mourn, don't, close, rove, smoke, loke, pro, bro, folk, toto. I just went on this whole speech about how the first part here with the red, this is very the red part right here. I was looking at the red, born, war, mourn, don't, close, rove, smoke, loke, pro, bro. Those are all strong rhymes. But then we look at banana leaves, and I'm not sure with like the last nah, because I feel like pet with kill and tell, id, nah. I feel like that's not a stronger rhyme. But I could also be wrong because I'm not really good at rhymes. So it's something to think about because you don't necessarily trust everything that you're told. So I recommend thinking about this critically. But regardless of whether or not it's correct, I don't think that matters that much. I think, especially I fully believe this part this part right here. This part felt very right because that's the part where I saw it most, and I commented on that when I saw it. Regardless of which one is right, I still think it's very interesting and amazing. Very exciting, very cool. I enjoy myself either way. I think it's really interesting. I think that I hope it's accurate, but I also think that either way, it's a cool thought experiment. Yeah, that's gonna be all from me. So until next time, adieu.